In the wake of a 27-year civil war that left hundreds of thousands dead, Sri Lanka is a nation that is no stranger to suffering. When setting up our Hope for Sri Lanka mission project, our hearts burned to help the countless widows who were now left as the sole providers for them and their children. Recognising the immediate needs led us to start a feeding programme for those greatly affected by the conflict. But recognising the scale of the situation led us to think how we could be a blessing to these people in a long-term, sustainable way. In conjunction with our local churches, we planted a sewing centre that is able to employ those affected by the war, creating long-term income that is sustainable and can help keep people eating for years rather than just days. Another area we're currently aiming to make more sustainable is our Dignity Project. This is a project that aims to educate, train and equip girls with reusable sanitary products that should help them not need to miss any school days due to their monthly cycle. We've given away thousands of these reusable pads since the project started, but recently we've been trialling ways to make the production of the pads themselves a resource to those in need, helping this project be a blessing to all those who make the pads and those who receive them. But it's not just overseas where we're utilising the power of business to aid mission. Last year, the Dignity Project partnered with UK coffee lifestyle brand Bear to create a unique coffee blend where all profits go to the anti-trafficking work of the Dignity Project. I caught up with Bear founder Craig Bunting to find out why he wanted to use his business to aid our work across the world. And maybe he could help me brush up on my coffee making skills too.
Does it automatically stop or do I pull it out?
It'll automatically stop.
There.
Perfect.
Fabulous.
And then...
So I'm going to purge my machine.
Yep.
Machine purged.
So what you're kind of doing is you're holding your cup like that, you're going in the middle, and then you're going lower, and you're kind of just letting it fill up, and then what you could try this time is just like push.
Yeah, so
like
up with the jug.
Okay, my turn now.
Now pour into the middle, yeah, and now go lower and straighten your cup up, and go lower, lower again, lower, and now start.
Oh, you mean the cup lower?
Yeah, and then and even no that.
And then wiggle it.
There you go.
I mean, look at that font. It's a bunny rabbit.
It's the Holy Spirit.
Oh, I know. Filled to overflowing. Yay!
There you go.
So, did I get the job? Am I hired?
I'm sure we can make room somewhere for you.
I appreciate that.
It's all right. Is that the one you did?
Absolutely, yes. That's my artwork. But I'll give you some lessons later on how you can improve your technique.
Yeah, I need it.
So, tell me, how has Bear decided to support the Dignity Project? How as a business are you investing into the Dignity Project?
Well, when we first launched, we launched with our single origin Kenyan coffee bean. So that went online and it went in stores, and all the profits from that, whether you brought a coffee in store, whether you brought a bag of beans in store or online, you could donate all that profit to the Dignity Project. And it was just a really clear way to communicate to our customers exactly how many girls they're supporting, and so far I think we gave an update to you the other week,
yeah.
and we've raised over £1,000, which is
100 girls.
which is incredible.
That's
and
amazing.
I think it's nice to be able to position it like that, where you can make it relevant. Is £1,000 can mean so many things to so many different people, whereas 100 girls is very understandable to everyone.
And am I right in thinking, in terms of the beans that you use for the Dignity blend, you specify which beans from which nation, so that it also relates to places where the Dignity Project is working in those nations?
Yeah, you have the coffee belt, and a lot of our coffees that we source come from like countries of origin where you guys are doing your work, so there's already a connection there. So when we're looking at coffees, we're looking at not just where you guys are working or where you might work in the future, and we're having that ongoing discussion of if you're looking at Brazil or places like that we can pick coffees from them beautiful countries and showcase them to people. So
as a business, because obviously your business is doing great, and you could have just decided, you know what, I'm just going to write a one-off check for the Dignity Project. But as a business, you didn't want to go that way. You wanted to do it this way. So why, as a business, have you decided to partner in that way?
From the very start of Bear, we've always been built on relationships and partnerships. Like me and Michael, when we started the business together, the idea that we started the business together was fundamental to how we were going to grow it, and it was all about relationships, it was all about partnerships and doing things and journeying with people. And we wanted to extend that. We extend that in our teams. We have it with our suppliers, and we thought, why would we not extend that into the charity work? And it adds an element of sustainability when you've got the relationship there with a partner, where you can see what they're doing, you can see what's upcoming, and you can find ways to partner with it that will not only support the charity but will help our customers and our teams understand what the project is and how they can get behind it. And I think that's really important. So it's fundamentally built on relationship.
That's good. I love that. In terms of your customers, you just mentioned your customers then. Have you had, because obviously they're now a part of this journey too, so the customer is the one buying the coffee, they're paying for that coffee, and so their money is also going towards the Dignity projects. And just by having a great cup of coffee, they also get to invest in people's lives. Have you had much customer feedback as a business too?
Yeah, we've had loads. Like, people either give us a thumbs up on social media, which can mean like as little as that or as much as anything. Not everyone comments, but we've had people come to us and say that they love the coffee, the actual coffee itself, and the added value of the cause that's behind it just gives them an extra reason to say this is just great. Or some people love the cause, but they don't necessarily need to buy the coffee bean for home, and they're asking us for, what other projects have you got coming on, and what other products can you sell me that donate to this cause? And that's where the pods came from, and that's where we're looking at other things like keep cups and things like that we can co-partner on to give customers more ability to buy more products that will all donate to that. And I think the feedback overall has been incredibly positive.
That's good, and that's great as a business too, right?
Yeah, really good, really good.
PR.
Yeah, and it is, and we have to be transparent. Like, there is an element of PR in any kind of charitable work that you do.
Sure.
But I think it's good when you can see that PR, but you can look past it and see there's actually something that resonates between the values of both the business and the charity. And I think you can see that through this partnership.
Yeah. I love it. I think everybody gets to be a part of it together, right from the customer to the people sourcing the beans to then us out on the field reaching the girls. It's all one big cycle, and it's lovely.
Yeah.
So if you were to speak to other businesses, what would you say in terms of being able to sustainably help organisations like what we're doing with the Dignity Project? How could businesses help other missions organisations or do something to be sustainable in helping that process?
I think it's really important to have a bit of a strategy, and sometimes people think that the word strategy is just like you've got to overthink everything. It can be a simple strategy of what does generosity look like for us, whether it's financial or whether it's time and volunteering. What does your company culture look like in terms of generosity of those two kind of things? And I think as a business leader, you've got to position your company to think forward like that, and if you can build a relationship with a charity partner as opposed to just doing one-off donations, it just, like I said earlier, it makes it a little bit more sustainable, and it helps that charity understand how you can partner now but also ongoing, and it gives the customer and the team an understanding of exactly what's being delivered. And I think it's your husband that told me, like, people back projects, and I think the thing that we loved about the Dignity Project is that it was a project. There was a kind of a start and a finish. We've sold this many bags of coffee, we've raised this much money, and it's helped 100 plus girls. And I think that shows someone what's been achieved by it. And if we can sell some keep cups or some Nespresso pods or things like that, and it helps more girls to put a number of the people that you've managed to educate and hopefully save their lives and improve their lives in some way, I think that's really, really important. So think forward and build relationships, really.
I love that, and excited to see where this leads as we're reaching thousands more girls across the world in the different nations, so really excited to join with you.
Yeah, definitely.
And thanks for hiring a new barista.
Yes, yeah.
I'm going to hold you to that.
I'm going to have a drink of my coffee now.